The Richest Man in Babylon is a book by George Samuel Clason that explains personal finance through a collection of stories set 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon. It's a book of cures for lean purses, and it will aid you earn more money, keep money, and make your money make more money. In this video, we will go through the key ideas and takeaways from the book, but before we do, feel free to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more personal finance and investing related content, and also weekly book summaries. Takeaway number 1. An army of golden slaves. In order to become rich, you have to learn how to acquire money, how to keep it, and how to use it in order to make even more money. The first step in this process is to save and then invest. I found the road to wealth when I decided that a part of all I earn was mine to keep, and so will you. Keep for yourself 1/10 of what you earn. Make your money work for you and make the money it makes also work for you. A man's wealth is not in a purse he carries. A fat purse quickly empties if there be no golden stream to refill it. Pay yourself first each time you receive a paycheck. Do it before you pay anyone else, and make your money work for you. Later, you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your money's labor without any regrets. Don't wait for the right moment. Start paying yourself first now. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll be able to reap the benefits. Wealth, like a tree, grows from a tiny seed. The first copper you save is the seed from which your tree of wealth shall grow. The sooner you plant that seed, the sooner shall the tree grow. And the more faithfully you nourish and water the tree with consistent savings, the sooner may you bask in contentment beneath its shade. Wealth is not strictly limited. As one rich individual uses it, everyone involved in his actions also benefits from it. And it's up to them what they'll do with their share of the earnings, whether they'll spend it or make it work for them. We're all aging as time passes by, and we can't really expect ourselves to be able to keep working and earning income from labor forever. Therefore, everyone should learn how to carefully make their money work for them to ensure steady income even after they retire. Make sure you save and invest at least 10% of your income no matter what, and if possible, save and invest even more. Takeaway number 2. 7 cures for a lean purse. Live below your means. For each 10 coins you put in your purse, take out only 9 for you to use. Control your expenditures. Study your living habits and make a list of your expenditures to make sure to get the best value and most satisfaction from your purchases, and discard all the other expenditures. Budget for necessities and make sure not to spend more than 9/10 of your money on necessities and luxuries combined. Make your gold multiply. Again, a man's wealth is not in the money he carries in his purse. Instead, it's in the income he receives even when he is not working. Put each coin to work and let compounding create a stream of income for you. Guard your treasures from loss. Avoid opportunities that offer unrealistic returns. Security of the principal is more important than potential returns. Don't try to make money rapidly without researching the investment. Consult with wise and experienced men and let their advice protect your investments. Own your own home. You can often use the rent repayments to pay off mortgage and build equity instead of paying somebody else. Ensure a future income. Make preparations for your family in case something happens to you or you just grow too old. Put money aside regularly and look for good quality investments that will make it grow over time and provide income after you stop working. Increase your ability to earn. When you have the desire to make money, you just need to find ways to make it happen. Learn and become more capable. The more you know, the more you can earn. Cultivate your own powers by becoming wiser, more skillful, and respecting yourself. Takeaway number 3. The goddess of good luck. The desire for luck is universal, but some unfortunately look for it in gambling. If odds are against your favor, persistence will just make you lose more, while persisting in honest work and efforts is likely to have luck present itself to you. Every time you procrastinate, you're likely letting an opportunity escape from you. Opportunity is a haughty goddess who waits no time with those who are unprepared. Make sure to be prepared for the opportunities and act upon them if and when they show up. If you discover a good bargain, secure it immediately to avoid letting the opportunity escape. The spirit of procrastination is in all of us. It makes us become our own worst enemies. A habit of needless delaying when action is required could cost you greatly, but you can conquer it. Once you recognize it for what it is, your greatest enemy, you must crush it in order to summon luck to your side. Only action will lead you to the success that you desire. Takeaway number 4. The 5 loaves of gold. Gold comes gladly and in increasing quantities to any man who puts aside not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his and his family's future. Gold works diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. Gold clings to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of man wise in its handling. Gold slips away from the man who invests it in business or purposes with which he is not familiar or which are not approved by those skilled in its keeping. Gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earnings or who follows the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers or who trusts it to his own inexperience and romantic desires in investment. Takeaway number 5. Lending money. Before lending, find out the purpose of the loan and the amount of expertise the person has in that field. People who borrow money for the purpose of making more money by investing it safely tend to quickly repay the loans, while those who borrow for discretionary spending are more likely to default on the loan. Make sure that the borrower can actually repay the loan and make them offer a collateral of equal or greater value if needed. Beware of people who borrow for another person and guarantee the loan themselves. Make sure they are not relying on their own poor judgment that they are too blind to see. Some people will borrow often to fund their operations and will pay the loans off quickly. They are a good asset to the lender, while the lender is also a good asset to them. Inexperienced people might borrow money to fund projects that see some temporary success, which might not continue in the long term. Beware of people who look to get rich quickly on a margin while being unaware of the risks. There is nothing wrong in leveraging your gains, but only if you are well informed and you can be sure it's a safe investment. A wise lender will always try to guarantee the repayment with as low risk as possible. If you desire to help someone, then do so in a way that will not bring their burdens upon yourself. Bear in mind that all the money that you earned is yours to keep. Nobody can force you to give it away, and you shouldn't feel bad for wanting to keep it if that's what you wish. Also keep in mind that idle money doesn't generate any returns, but too high a risk can make you lose it all, so lend with caution and in multiple places. Takeaway number 6. The Walls of Babylon. Babylon endured for centuries because it was fully protected, and it couldn't afford not to be. Insurance, saving accounts, and safe investments are modern-day city walls of personal finance. Just like Babylon couldn't afford to be without adequate protection, so can't we. Remember that the walls can't be built at the moment of need. They must be built before they're needed, as we await for them to be needed one day. Takeaway number 7. A slave versus a free man. He who spends more than he earns is sowing the winds of needless self-indulgence from which he is sure to reap the whirlwinds of trouble and humiliation. If you have within you a soul of a slave, you will become one no matter what, and if you have within you a soul of a free man, you will become respected and honored in spite of any setbacks on your way. If you live among slaves, that doesn't mean you should also be one. The soul of a free man looks at life as a series of problems to be solved, and solves them, while the soul of a slave whines, "What can I do, who am but a slave?" If you don't want to fix your mistakes, improve your situation and progress forward despite the obstacles on the way, then you have a soul of a slave, and you will live as one. If you think you are not a slave, prove it with all the force you have. Where the determination is, the way can be found. Takeaway number 8. Paying off debt. Again, 1/10 of all you earn should be yours to keep. Without money, you can't help yourself, nor can you help others. Even the government can't benefit from you if you lack money, while having money lets you benefit everyone around you. 7/10 of all you earn should be used to provide home, food, necessities, and a bit extra to spend on pleasure and enjoyment. Never go beyond your means by buying something you can't pay for. 2/10 of all you earn should go towards paying off your debts. Make a list of all debts that you have to repay. Explain to your creditors what the amount you are able to pay off at a time is and split it evenly across multiple creditors if there are several of them. Stick to the plan no matter what happens until all your debts are fully repaid, even if it causes you to cut back on some discretionary expenses for a while. If you follow this plan even further after repaying your debts, it will make you rich among men. The 2/10 that were used to pay back debts can be rerouted to paying yourself, since you have no more debts, and the sum should be invested so it makes you more money, and so the money it makes also makes more money. Takeaway number 9. Work is not your enemy. Many people hate their work and make it their enemy, but it's far better to treat it like a friend. Make yourself like it and think about the fruits it bears. Work well done is good for the man who does it, as it makes him a better man. Well, the work you do provides income, which you can use to buy your freedom. And the more you work and the harder you work, the sooner you'll be able to afford your freedom. Feel free to calculate how much you can earn in a year and how many years it will take you to buy your freedom. While working your way up towards your freedom, the work will keep making you a better and stronger man every day. You'll gain enthusiasm and skill, learn to act like a free man, and succeed like one. On the other hand, people that despise and avoid work often end up being punished for it. Don't let your vices interfere with your work, destroy everything you have worked for and all the personal development progress you've built up. Once you're free, it doesn't mean that you have to stop working, but instead you can work on something you enjoy or something that benefits the people you care about for the rest of your life. To summarize, an army of golden slaves. Learn how to acquire money, how to keep it, and how to use it in order to become rich. Keep for yourself 1/10 of what you earn, make your money work for you, and make the money it makes also work for you. 7 cures for a lean purse. Live below your means. Control your expenditures. Make your gold multiply. Guard your treasures from loss. Own your own home. Ensure a future income. Increase your ability to earn. The goddess of good luck. Make sure to be prepared for the opportunities and act upon them if and when they show up. A habit of needless delaying when action is required could cost you greatly, but you can conquer it. Only action will lead you to the success that you desire. The 5 laws of gold. Gold will come to you if you save at least 10% of your earnings. Gold works consistently for you if you invest it well. Gold clings to the protection of those who guard it well. Gold slips away from those who invested in something they are not familiar with. Gold flees from those who try to force it into impossible earnings. Lending money. Before lending, find out the purpose of the loan and the amount of expertise the person has in that field. Make sure that the borrower can actually repay the loan and make them offer a collateral of equal or greater value if needed. The walls of Babylon. Insurance, savings accounts, and safe investments are modern-day city walls of personal finance. Just like Babylon couldn't afford to be without adequate protection, so can't we. A slave versus a free man. The soul of a free man looks at life as a series of problems to be solved, and solves them, while a soul of a slave whines, "What can I do, who am but a slave?" Paying off debt. 1/10 of all you earn should be yours to keep. 7/10 of all you earn should be used to provide home, food, necessities, and enjoyment. 2/10 of all you earn should go towards paying off your debts. After you have no debts, the 2/10 that were used to pay back the debts can be rerouted to paying yourself. Work is not your enemy. The work you do provides income, which you can use to buy freedom. And the more you work and the harder you work, the sooner you'll be able to afford your freedom. It'll also keep making you a better and stronger man every day. You'll gain enthusiasm and skill, learn to act like a free man, and also succeed like one. Thank you for watching, and I really hope this video was useful to you. As a final note, let me just clarify that this is a summary of a book. It is not investment advice. You should always do your own due diligence before investing, and it's your money, and you and only you are responsible for the consequences of your own actions. With that out of the way, there's one new book summary out every week, and much more investing and motivation related content is on the way, so feel free to subscribe for more content, ring the notification bell, leave a like on the video so more people can actually see it, and share it with a friend if you think it will help them. I'll see you next week, so enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye!